Today on this Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make fajita burgers. I have a deep love for Mexican food. Today I'm taking a classic Mexican food favorite, fajitas, and combining them with a summer American favorite, burgers. I call them fajita burgers and they are absolutely delicious. We're going to start with 1.5 pounds of flank steak. And you can see that flank steak has these lines running through it. That's called the grain. And we're going to slice it against the grain into nice thin strips that are about 1/4 inch thick or less if you can swing that. When cutting flank steak, it's particularly important to cut against the grain. The grain provides all these little breaking points in the meat, so when you cut against it, you're getting all of these little breaking points along the way, which keeps the meat from being chewy. If you cut with the grain, there's no breaking points except for that one, and so you'll get a really chewy, almost inedible piece of meat. I'm going to take all my sliced meat and put it into a mixing bowl. And then I'm going to start adding in ingredients for a marinade, starting with 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Pour that in. Follow it up with the juice from 2 limes, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and then about 3 cloves of crushed garlic. This is a fairly dry marinade because we want to make sure the flavor really sticks to that meat. Then I'm going to take some tongs and toss everything together. So you want all the meat coated with the spices, get a little bit of the oil, other flavors in there, and toss it all together until you feel like it's evenly mixed and you can kind of see that. We'll let this marinate in the fridge for about 30 minutes. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and prep our vegetables, and you've probably already caught a sneak peek of that. I've got some sliced bell peppers. I have a yellow one, a green one, and a red one, so we have a nice mix of color, and a sliced red onion here. Now you have a couple of options for cooking. You can take this all outdoors to an outdoor grill and grill it up using a grill pan. These pieces are a little too small to just do it flat on the grill. They'll fall through the little slats. Or you can cook it indoors using a large heavy skillet. The grill adds a little bit more smoky flavor, which is really delicious and I highly prefer and recommend, but it's a lot easier for me to show you how to do this indoors without planes and construction noise interfering. I've got a large skillet heating over high heat, and I'm going to pour in 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then I'm going to take my veggies and slide them all in. All those bell peppers and the onion. And then I'm going to start seasoning them, starting with a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes for some heat, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to give these a toss and saute these until they are tender crisp, which will take about 5 to 7 minutes. Then I'm going to take all the sauteed veggies and transfer them to a bowl. Put your skillet back over the high heat, and we're going to take all of that meat and pour it right in. This meat will cook super fast. You just want to stir it around until it's cooked through. Since this is a nice hot skillet, it'll only take 2 to 3 minutes to get your beef seared and cooked. Remember, this is beef, so it can be a little bit pink inside, and that's really quite preferred. Then you'll pour back in all of your vegetables and give it a toss to combine. Next, we're ready to compile everything into a delicious burger. We'll start with some toasted buns, and then we'll add on a nice pile of the meat and veggies. I totally spilled that, that's okay. I like to add on specific colors of the bell pepper strips to make it look especially delicious. Scooch everything on, add on a pile of cilantro, and then a dollop of sour cream on top. There you go. And we are ready to eat. Thanks for watching. As always, you can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my channel where I have hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.